Thank you for being a proctor for Kubasaki's 2012 AP exams. We will briefly cover some key proctoring facts during this presentation. You should have received a copy of the AP Proctoring Administration and Exam Procedures in your box.
Please read through this information over the next couple of days and let Mrs. Berger know if you have any questions.
Just a few things to remember. Because proctors set the tone of the test, please be positive and supportive to the testing students. Greet the students with a smile.
Students should take the test seriously, but we do not want to add to their stress. Set a positive but professional tone for the testing room.
Before the exam, one proctor should meet students at the flagpole, take roll and ride the bus with the students. The second proctor should drive to the testing room with supplies.
Before leaving Kubasaki, make sure you have everything: books, answer sheets, roll, pencils, exam instruction manual, line paper, timer, stapler, markers and calculators.
Several testing rooms may need to be rearranged prior to student arrival. The second proctor, please try to arrive 15 to 20 minutes before the students.
Before the students arrive, set up the testing room. They should be spaced evenly and all be facing the same direction. Please write start time, break time and end time on the board.
As students enter, direct them to their seating in alphabetical order. Have them leave all phones turned off at the front of the room.
Students should have nothing except pencils and calculators if it is a math test. Students may not have notes, a reading book or snacks at their desks.
Prior to the test beginning, make sure all students have correctly filled in the date and time of the test. Students should check their information sheet.
New this year, each test book has a label. Students should apply the label to the dark blue box on top of their information sheet, which reads test book label.
The exam itself has very specific guidelines and rules to follow. The test should start at exactly 8 o'clock or 12 o'clock. No student can be admitted once testing had begun.
Proctors will read the directions word for word. The full allotted time should be given for each section, even if all students are done early. Encourage students to check answers. Proctors should not paragraph directions or skip over parts. Proctors should write the times on the board and provide the warnings as outlined in the instructions. You should not engage in any activity which is distracting, creates noise or keeps your attention away from monitoring students.
During the test, proctors should walk around the testing room to ensure a secure testing environment. Check that students are working on the correct section.
Make sure students are completely filling in the bubbles and leaving all other bubbles blank. Students should not cross off the bubbles they think are wrong.
Proctors guard against attempts at cheating by frequently walking around the classroom. Proctors don't provide answers, clarification or assistance with questions on the AP test. Except for emergencies, students may not leave the testing room during testing. In an emergency they may use the bathroom, but the clock continues and a proctor should escort them.
At the end of the first section, which is multiple choice, students should seal their exam books with a white seal. Proctors will then collect all information sheets and test books. Count books prior to dismissing students for their 10-minute break. During the break, students cannot make phone calls, talk about the test, read books or consult with teachers. They cannot use computers or any kind of electronics. Snaps are allowed during the break, but they cannot take snacks back into the testing room. Proctors should check bathrooms.
The section second is free response. Students need to place one of their AP labels in the box on the front of the booklet. Extra line paper should be available for students. After the exam, collect all materials. Count to verify you have all books and information sheets.
Check the front cover of the Section 2 booklet for students' AP number label in the correct box. Students should also have completed the important identification information on back.
A proctor needs to ride the bus back with students. The cafeteria is holding food for students who would like to purchase a hot meal. Students should go to the cafeteria.
Please read through the provided proctor instructions and schedule and ask Mrs. Berger any questions. Thank you for proctoring our AP exams. We appreciate your support.